Hey, I'm Matt at MrMaple, and welcome to the MrMaple Show.
And I'm Tim at MrMaple. We really appreciate you watching today's video. Today, we're one of those exciting times that we're about to release the 10 at 10 on Tuesday. So if you're not signed up for those emails, you'll definitely want to check that out. Also, make sure to like this video and comment in the comment section below. We'd really appreciate it.
Hey, spring's creeping up on us fast. If you're watching this video the day it airs, it's actually February 15th of 2022, and we've got an exciting 10 at 10 for you. We wanted to give you a little bit of a preview. These preview videos have been popular, so we wanted to kind of give you a little taste of what's to come today on the 10 at 10, a little early. We actually have more plants than this even, but we wanted to give you a quick preview and 10 plants that we think you're going to love on today's 10 at 10.
Yeah, today we've actually got about 20 trees being listed. We're going to talk to you about 10 specifically. The very first one is a Calicedrus, backed by popular demand. This is one of the best yellow variegated cedars, incense cedars. Just gives some amazing bright yellow color in the winter.
Yeah, I love this one for its yellow color. Berrima Gold, we've got that in the 1 gallon and the 3. Why don't you pick up the 1 there so you can kind of see the sizes on these. Great plants, some really nice ones. Again, it's one that's going to bring a lot of interest in that winter garden. So that's one of my favorite yellow conifers for sure. Next up on the table, we have a tree that will contrast with this one extremely well in that spring garden. We have ACER Palmatum Celebration. So this is ACER Palmatum Celebration, one of Talon Buckholtz's most popular newer trees. This one's again one of those like Ghost series. You actually watch our videos on New Ghost. We cover some of these. It's that reticulated style variegation, and what this one brings is neon pink. It's basically Purple Ghost, but the pinkest version of Purple Ghost.
And I think the contrast between the Berrima Gold and the Celebration is pretty amazing. You're probably seeing a lot of people post right now in the Facebook groups their Berrima Golds they got from us because they're just electric during the winter. Celebration is electric during the spring and the fall and the summer when it puts on new growth. That pink color of reticulated variegation is really unlike that pink red color of any other Japanese maple when it puts on that color. And Celebration, it's a great plant to give as a celebration of life gift if someone's passed away, or if you've got someone celebrating a specific event, why not give them a Celebration Japanese maple that's going to have some amazing color, something very unique and different, but also some very unique reticulated variegation that adds something a little extra.
So next here up on the table we have GINKGO biloba JEHOSEPHAT. So this is a great one. This was named by one of our friends at the Dawes Arboretum. It's a gorgeous tree. It was actually found at the Spring Grove there, and JEHOSEPHAT is a beautiful dwarf. Makes more of a little rounded canopy to it. Classic ginkgo dwarf with some, still that classic golden yellow fall color too.
Yeah, this is a plant that was found as a dwarf mutation called a witch's broom in the top of one of the ginkgos at Spring Grove. Now you'll notice there's a lot of different witch's brooms that have originated at Spring Grove Cemetery and Arboretum, and JEHOSEPHAT is one we like quite a bit because it really just has more of that very dense, compact canopy. It makes a nice small dwarf ginkgo with some really good yellow fall color. We've been trying to add a lot of ginkgo content on every 10 at 10. One of our goals is to really diversify each 10 at 10 and let each plant that brings something unique and something different. And JEHOSEPHAT definitely brings that sort of dwarf ginkgo, bright golden yellow fall color that people love.
Great sizes on these 1 gallons right now too. I mean, these are a good filled out 1 gallon, a lot of good lateral branching on them. We're getting up on spring soon, so you'll see a lot of these in leaf as we do future 10 at 10 videos, but we wanted to kind of show you the structures of these, and those are a great size. So next here on the table we have ACER Palmatum Lima Gold. This is one you probably saw us talk about in our Dick Wolf video. All of the Lima Gold actually come from Ed Shin's video, his garden, so check that video out. It's an awesome little deep dive there into the Dick Wolf Red Maple Nurseries. But Lima Gold is a classic Japanese maple. We love it. We consider it part of that Makawa family and one of the smaller leaf versions in that Makawa family.
And it's 9 o'clock right now when we're launching this video. You've got still a little bit of time to go watch some of those Red Maple Nursery Collection videos.
Don't wait too late though.
Yeah, because we've got some really awesome in-depth videos about Dick Wolf, but you've also got time to go and check out the individual video we've done on Lima Gold, so you can actually see what those leaves look like in person, in leaf. And it's such a fun, almost small leaf Makawa type that is probably one of the best types for bonsai that's not used. We often say that this is probably the best type for bonsai that people don't know about.
Yeah, I
because
agree.
it has that Makawa-like structure, but it's even a much smaller leaf. And that gives it something a little bit different, named after Lima, Pennsylvania. So next up, we have ACER tenuifolium. That's an awesome full moon type. Some people list this as an ACER subboldianum subspecies tenuifolium. Sometimes it's listed as an ACER shirasolinum subspecies tenuifolium. We often list it as its own species, as most people recognize that. But this is a very rounded leaf that really has some nice yellows to oranges in the fall.
Yeah, exceptional fall color on this one. You know, any of our species collectors out there, it's a must-have. Excellent overall leaf and shape. We do a few cultivars of this species, but not many. It's not much has been done with it. It's a great one to look through seeds for the source, because it's a very fun plant to kind of experiment with a little bit and see what you get as far as from seed as well. Hopefully get some cool hybrids. I mean, they're always looking for more going on there, but ACER tenuifolium is a really fun plant. And if you're into that species category, we may even do some deep dives and just do a whole ACER species video of some of our favorites.
So next up, we've got ACER palmatum dissectum viridis. So on our 10 we often have some things that are brand spanking new and some things that have sold out that are great plants that we see. We've still found more in a corner of the nursery, and we say, let's get these back on there. And viridis is one of those. You should definitely take time to check out viridis. Our video, we have a whole video just on viridis, but also check out our viridis update. And then we're actually at one of our friends, Dr. Kritikos' garden, and you can see his large viridis. It's just so beautiful. I mean, we had to shoot that one, the update, because he's got such an amazing specimen there. And this is a classic green lace leaf. It's gonna give you some nice yellow and oranges in the fall color. And what we're offering right now are some high grafted selections. I think last time we offered it was a low graft.
Yeah, great sizes on these. You know, I actually thought about putting some of these on up to 3s. They were so big. So just a nice structure and everything for our 1 gallon size. If you're ready for that spring garden, it's definitely gonna go out and make that crisp, clean green with amazing yellows and oranges in the fall.
So what this means here on the high graft too, I want to mention that real quick too, just so people understand. These are grafted here at about, what do you say, about 14, 16 inches, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
And that means that it's going to cascade down from that point, rather than being a low graft where it would start cascading down at this much lower point. So it allows you to see a little more dynamic shape on a high graft when you put a weeping variety on that higher graft.
Yeah. If you made it at this point in the video, we got a heart stopper here for you. You're going to love this one. You might have seen it when we listed it before. Probably one of our most popular plants for 2022 that we put on our website. We're bringing back ACER palmatum lily pad. So the variegated Macawa form we've listed. The reason this one's called lily pad is that low spreading shape. The shape makes a little low structure.
With a nice flat top.
Yeah, it just kind of makes that spread out shape to it. Everything you love about that Macawa Yetsubusa density, but in a slow spreading form with some really awesome variegation.
Yeah, it's got this really unique green on cream on green variegation. Check out the photos on the lily pad. It's an amazing, very unique, one-of-a-kind Macawa variant that there's nothing else on the market like it right now. And I think you're going to find this as a really special dwarf for anyone's garden. If you're a collector or if you're just new to maples, this is one that stands out as a must-have.
It's only going to grow in popularity. We plan on continuing to offer it here at the nursery, but don't sleep on that one. If you're interested in lily pad, I would be ready at 10 o'clock.
They were going to sell really quickly.
Yeah, it may make it a little bit, but it's going to go fast. I don't think it'll make it too long.
Yeah.
Next up, we have ICEBREAKER or Cahoots ICEBREAKER. Awesome variegated dwarf conifer there. You know, we list this one as a really true dwarf at about 1.5 feet, even in 10 years. So nice compact form.
Yeah, you may have seen our dwarf conifers video. This is such a unique little dwarf witch's broom that was found on the cultivar Hortsman's Silberlock. So it's a nice rounded ball shape, like a smaller, denser, compact Silberlock. Avoid high heat, avoid humidity with this, but if you give it good drainage and avoid high heat and humidity, this one is going to really make it something very unique, something special with that silver white color. Something kind of fun and exciting. It's one that always gets our hearts racing every time you see it because it makes such a fun shape.
Yeah, we've got these here in the short part, 1 gallons. Beautiful, beautiful plant. I mean, it's one that any conifer collector always shows off there in the garden, and just an excellent plant. Now, next up on the table, we've got a highly requested one. We're bringing back ACER palmatum Bihu. I might be the same color as it today with that yellow and orange.
Do you need me to get behind it?
Yeah, maybe today, but Bihu, we've got some good sizes in this one. It's a classic for that, you know, bright yellow bark, especially in these months, And it's one that's going to have very similar colors to a lot of your other coral barks, where it's going to be a green in the spring and a golden yellow in the fall. But what's distinctly different is that bright, bright, bright yellow bark.
Yeah, this one just gives such an amazing yellow bark interest to this. We've got some great photos from Plant Man Landscaping.
Yeah, shout out to Elton.
Yeah, Elton, it has an amazing bihu that he's trimmed back that has such an amazing shape. It's one of the ones photos featured on our website.
Yeah, he actually got that one from us.
Yeah.
He just is a master pruner.
Yeah.
So
and so this is such a beautiful, unique winter interest plant that is very special and very different. It was brought back from Japan about 2008, so it's fairly new to America, but it's one that's very unusual and very different.
Yeah, drainage being paramount with this one. You're going to love this one though in the winter garden, and that one again is ACER palmatum bihu.
So next up we have Ilex crenata Kafujin. This is a dwarf Japanese pagoda tree, or dwarf Japanese holly, but the neat thing about this is it's variegated. So if you love ilexes like dwarf pagoda, but you want something that's variegated, it makes a very shrub-like variegated Japanese holly that's really special and different. It's one of those things that looks like a variegated boxwood, but doesn't get the boxwood blight. I mean, that's the super special thing about this, why nurserymen are freaking out about Kafujin, is because it gives you the boxwood look, but yet you're not restricted to boxwood issues for growing, but at the same time, in the landscape, you're not going to get that boxwood blight that people get with boxwood.
Yeah, it's distinctly not. I've had people think it is, but it has the alternating buds there.
Yeah.
Awesome variegated plant. I think these are probably even thicker than the last time we offered it. My friend Rick Crowder actually brought this one back from Japan. I'm sure Ted probably had some help with that too. Yep. But an amazing variegated plant. We go through these quickly as well. It's one that's always super popular. And I think one of the beefier sizes we've offered in our threes. They're a good size 3.
Yeah, yeah. And so this is just 10 of the 20 different plants getting listed on today's 10 at 10. So don't wait. I think a lot of these are going to sell out really quickly.
As we get closer to spring, you kind of got to get the keyboard fingers a little faster on the 10 at 10. Some things do move a little faster.
That's for sure.
We've hired Brian Rule, so we've took away, as he called it, the quickest keyboarder in the West. So at least Brian's here already, so you don't have to worry about that. He might buy it actually anyway. But be ready on some of these as we get into the spring months. Some things do tend to sell out quicker, closer to the 10 at 10. We hope you like this lineup. We tried to bring a really cool lineup of different things and, just some really fun stuff. We like that shock and awe. I mean, a lot of these would have been the focal point of our 10 at 10 before. Something like Celebration would have been the only headliner, but we've tried to get even more exciting for us. So we're dropping things that maybe might have been the headliner of one 10 at 10. I think we probably got 4 or 5 plants that could fit that category here.
Yeah, from ICEBREAKER, which is a phenomenal dwarf conifer.
Bihu.
Bihu.
Yeah.
But how can you forget lily pad?
I think lily pad and Celebration for the maples may be the showstoppers of the show, but there's no scrubs here, right?
And I know from some of the comments on some of our videos on Maple Nurseries, a lot of people are waiting on Lima Gold.
Yeah. I think that one's starting to get some notoriety again going for it. It's one that's not known, but should be. And
as many people are posting right now on BILOBA Gold on the Facebook pages, I think that one is about to really take off and be gone pretty quickly. But we try to add something unique and special and try to round out each of our 10 at 10s. You'll notice we've got some winter interest. We've got dwarf conifers. We've got Makawa types like lily pad and some amazing conifers. And
at least 10 more surprises going on too. This is just a sampling of it. We hope you enjoy this 10 at 10 video. If you like these, definitely share them. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate that. The best way you can support us is always shopping on MrMaple.com, but the second best way is sharing our videos. We really appreciate that as well.
And as always, we just thank y'all so much. We really appreciate y'all as viewers. It means so much that y'all take time and watch our videos.
Yeah.
And we really, really appreciate that.
It's going to make us keep making more content. When everybody's watching, probably by the time you're watching this video, we've already rolled over 8,000 because we're just almost right there
subscribers,
now. Yeah. So we really appreciate it.
So take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.
And happy 10 at 10.